Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today, we have something incredibly special to talk about, a name from the past reimagined for the future. What you're looking at is the 2026 Karmann Ghia, Volkswagen's daring revival of one of its most iconic designs. But this isn't just a throwback or a retro novelty. It's a complete reinterpretation made for a new era of electric performance, minimalist design, and emotional driving. Let's dive into everything this machine has to offer. The very first thing that strikes you when you walk up to the 2026 Karmann Ghia is the sheer elegance of its design. There's a sculptural quality to it that immediately connects to the original Ghia's lineage, but the proportions have been thoroughly modernized. The front end is low and clean, with slim, sharply cut LED matrix headlights that seem to melt into the fenders. There's no traditional grille, just a smooth surface with subtle character lines that guide your eyes outward. Air intakes are integrated below with active flaps that open only when cooling is needed, maintaining a slippery drag coefficient and a sleek look. The illuminated VW badge up front gives a subtle hint of futurism without going overboard. As your eyes move to the side, the character of this car comes into full focus. The roofline flows in a continuous arc from the windshield to the rear deck, reminiscent of a teardrop, elegant and timeless. The doors are frameless, and the handles sit flush with the body, popping out as you approach with the key. A fine chrome accent line runs just beneath the window line, adding a whisper of luxury. You'll notice short overhangs, a long wheelbase, and slightly flared arches, all riding atop beautifully designed wheels that come in 19, 20, and 21-inch options, depending on the trim. This side profile doesn't shout, it speaks with quiet confidence. Now, the rear is where nostalgia meets bold innovation. The original Ghia's gentle tail slope has been preserved, but here it's accentuated with a full-width old light strip that glows with a soft, welcome animation when you unlock the vehicle. Beneath it, a new age interpretation of a classic rear bumper flows into a functional rear diffuser, hinting at the performance hidden beneath. There's no exhaust, of course, but VW has cleverly used subtle contours and contrasting trim to maintain the visual drama. The rear hatch opens up to reveal a surprisingly usable cargo area, not huge, but perfectly suited for a weekend trip or a couple's getaway. Step inside. The cabin greets you with a fusion of simplicity and high-end tech. The entire interior is driver-focused, with a floating, old curved display that blends the digital gauge cluster and infotainment system into one seamless interface. The software is slick and minimalist, clearly inspired by modern smartphone design, but it's been optimized for driving, responsive, lag-free, and intuitive. There's even a customizable gauge mode that mirrors the look of analog dials for those craving a retro feel. The materials used are top-notch soft-touch, recycled microfibers, brushed aluminum accents, and natural wood or vegan leather trim depending on your chosen package. The front seats are sculpted to provide a balance between comfort and lateral support, while the rear seats are usable but best suited for shorter journeys. Dual-zone climate control, ambient lighting with over 30 color options, a premium Harman Kardon audio system, and wireless everything charging, CarPlay. Android Auto comes standard in most trims. When it comes to driving, the Karmann Ghia surprises in all the right ways. It's built on VW's next-generation SSP architecture, which means it benefits from lower weight, better weight distribution, and smarter software integration than their previous MEB-based cars. The standard rear-wheel drive model makes around 280 horsepower and feels more like a Grand Tourer smooth, responsive, and perfectly at home on winding roads. The dual-motor all-wheel drive version, labeled the Ghia Performance, ups that to 410 horsepower with instant torque delivery that pins you back without ever feeling violent. It's quick 0 to 60 in about 4.4 seconds, but it never loses its refined character. Driving modes include Eco, Comfort, Sport, and Individual, and each setting adjusts the throttle mapping. steering weight, damping, and even the sound. Design, yes. You can choose between 3 synthesized motor sounds or keep it whisper quiet. Regenerative braking is adjustable and can even bring the car to a full stop in one-pedal mode. Handling is sharp thanks to a low center of gravity and available rear-wheel steering, giving it a nimble, almost coupe-like responsiveness despite its grand touring posture. Range estimates put it between 310 and 350 miles, depending on trim and wheel size. Thanks to a 91 kWh battery pack, fast charging gets you from 10 to 80% in just under 25 minutes at a 350 kW charger. And VW's Smart Charging Planner helps you find the most efficient routes with available stations in real dash time. Pricing starts at just under $46,000 for the base rear-wheel drive model and climbs to about $58,000 for the dual-motor Ghia Performance Edition. Add a few options like the panoramic glass roof, dynamic chassis control, and the Heritage Interior Pack, and you're just under $65,000 fully loaded. For what you're getting, the style, the engineering, the tech, it's surprisingly well priced, in a segment that often charges much more for much less. Now, in terms of who this car is really for, it's clearly aimed at people who value aesthetics and uniqueness. It's not trying to be the fastest EV, nor the most utilitarian. Instead, it delivers personality, craftsmanship, and an emotional driving experience in a world of increasingly soulless electric cars. If you're someone who's tired of cold, tech-heavy boxes on wheels, this might just be your antidote. It's for the driver who wants connection to the road, to the past, and to the future. There are a few suggestions we'd make for future updates. Some buyers might want more cargo flexibility. Perhaps a front trunk would have been nice, given the platform. The rear seating, while stylish, could benefit from a sliding front row to create more flexibility. And while the infotainment system is sleek, a few more physical buttons for key functions would be welcome. That said, the 2026 Karmann Ghia is a remarkable return for a name that deserves the spotlight. It's a car that's more than the sum of its parts. It's a rolling piece of design history that refuses to be trapped by nostalgia. It's functional, beautiful, and it makes you feel something when you drive it, and in today's automotive landscape, that's worth celebrating. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this detailed look at the all-new Karmann Ghia, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below letting us know what you think about VW's bold move. Till next time, drive safe, stay curious, and keep chasing the road ahead.